Okay, so we're talking about your packages, and it's in the context of one-on-one, right? You working privately with another client. And we've got the price point if you're just getting started, what's included, and you can kind of play and tweak and adjust for what works for you and your ideal client. And the thing I want, there we go, let's go this way. When you talk about what's in your packages, so in your enrollment conversations, right, we call them enrollment conversations. The rest of the world, we call them sample sessions, or you've given a title to your sample session, right? But what we know is really their enrollment conversations. And so when you're in those conversations and you are talking about your packages, like people you saw, call strategy tool, post-session recap tool, online access, private portal. People don't care. They're like, call strategy tool. That doesn't mean anything to anybody. It's like, okay, so what? What is that? So it doesn't, we know what it is. We know how awesome it is, but they don't. And so when you're talking about your packages, you always have to give the benefit, why it's important to them. So for example, when we're talking about our packages, we talk about the number of live sessions, and then we talk about this call strategy tool, this prep tool, to help you, if I'm talking to a prospect, to help you prepare and make the most of our time together. That's why it's important for them to use this tool. That's the benefit. Or the post-session accountability, the post-session recap form. Like, they don't care what a post-session recap form is. That name means nothing to them. But what they do care is they want to deepen the learning and create new habits. And when they fill out that post-session recap form after every session, that's exactly what they're going to experience. That's the benefit. That's why it's important to them. The recording of every session. So what? Well, it's so you can access the learnings as often as you like to really create these new habits, to really get this transformation. The access to your coach between the sessions for that just-in-time coaching. When you get stuck, you don't have to stay stuck. You can ask your questions and get an answer and keep the momentum going. Like, that's why that's important to your prospect. The private client portal, they don't care what that is. They don't even know. It's like, I don't know what that means. But what they do care is that they want to get their hands on what they need when they need it to get the results as fast as possible. And having the private client portal, that's why that's important to your clients. The additional resources beyond coaching that you're going to share. We talked about that in Module 4. A lot of you will learn about that when you get to Module 4. But why, like, so what? You're going to give me additional resources. Well, here's why that's important. Because it's going to strengthen the transformation and the results that you get. And it helps you to convey that you care about the results that they get. You care about their transformation, and you're going to do everything you can to support them in experiencing that. Right? So that's whenever you're talking about anything like the prep tool, the post-session recap form, the private client portal, the client log, that's like your boat. It's describing your boat, all the ways you provide transformation and support them in transformation. But what we also need to make sure we convey is, why is that important to them? And that's my favorite phrase. I'm going to give you this, and that's important to you because, and then they can fill in, that you can fill in that blank for them.